Hi everybody, Honest John here. Law enforcement and watchdog groups are expecting an increase in violence from anti-abortion groups during the next 4 years. Now this is part of a pattern that has been going on for a long time. Whenever the Democrats, who are more sympathetic to a woman's right to choose, control the government, these anti-abortion groups become more violent. So already the number of death threats to healthcare providers who work at women's clinics has increased, and it is expected that there will be more murders and violence because that's what's happened in the past. And these anti-abortion groups are fiercely devoted to Trump. And there's a kind of irony there because they call themselves pro-life. And yet, the fact that Trump's coronavirus response has resulted in hundreds of thousands of needless deaths didn't bother them one bit. Matter of fact, they were right out there with him, not wearing masks. Their churches would sue the states that imposed restrictions because they wanted to hold super spreader events in their church because God. The truth is that they, like Trump, are responsible for a lot of people dying in the past year. They've been spreading the virus. So, which comes to the fact that they have never been pro-life. They've never cared one whit about babies because once a fetus is out of the body, it's fair game. The whole purpose of the anti-abortion movement is to oppress women. And they will do anything to achieve that goal, including death threats, murder, and terrorist attacks. Now, I know some of you will say, well, you can't lump them all together. You can't paint them all with a broad brush. Only a few people do these violent acts. But they cultivate those people. The murderer of Dr. George Tiller had a piece of paper with phone numbers of the leaders of the anti-abortion movement, especially Operation Rescue. Right? They provide the support system for those murderers. And after they strike, their spokespeople immediately start justifying those murders by engaging in character assassination of the people that they murdered. Not everybody in ISIS or Al-Qaeda is a suicide bomber. There are people who do lots of other things, but that doesn't make them any less terrorists. The anti-abortion movement provides the support system for the people who do engage in murder and terrorism here in the United States. So, they're terrorists just like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Thanks for listening.